Only God will disgrace as many looking for my husband's dance for. When God says yes, no one can say no. They are working very hard for in vain. Remi TINUBU, Nigerians. This one is coming from the First Lady, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's wife. Now she they talk this one, and Nigerians can't they confused. Why is she making this statement? What exactly is she trying to push? So many people can't they, link the matter, this her statement now to the U.S. courts saga, the university, the Chicago University, whatever result, I get result, I not get result, produce your result, and they come and all that matter. So Nigerians come they talk say still, not when person not go see for not when Musa no go see for gates for this country. Who won't disgrace your husband? Who they look for your husband's dance for and all that? Why are you making this statement? When we say your husband and the person, when we say they twist people hand, they go back. You understand? Now, I know say a few days ago, the People's Gazette can't tell Lord say the Judge Nancy Maldonado of the United States District Court for the Northern District of Illinois has placed an immediate stay on the release of President Bola Tinubu's university record after he pleaded severe and irreparable consequences to his life. Mr. Tinubu, through his lawyers, begged Ms. Donado, a district judge, that the September 6 order of Judge Jeffrey Gilbert, a magistrate, should be delayed. The judge agreed that the matter might be too severe for Mr. Tinubu to bear and granted a stay until further argument on the matter. This needs to be handled with care, Mrs. Maldonado had said. The judge gave Mr. Tinubu's lawyers until Monday to file a full brief on the matter before the court. Atiku Abubakar's lawyers said they would reply to the brief by 11 p.m. on the same day. I may ultimately adopt the magistrate recommendation and allow the discovery to go forward, or I can ask all parties to file briefs afresh, the judge added. At issue has been the subpoena application filed by Mr. Atiku Abubakar seeking to obtain records of Mr. Tinubu at Chicago State University following widespread inconsistencies with the Nigerian president's academic records already in the public domain. Mr. Atiku's application was granted in a judgment issued on Tuesday by Mr. Gilbert, who ordered the production of the document as well as the position of the school's administrators. Mr. Atiku's plans to use the records to demonstrate Mr. Tinubu's eligibility for president, relying on the constitutional section that disqualifies a candidate who submitted a forged certificate to the Electoral Office, INEC. The Chicago State University officials have insisted that Mr. Tinubu attended the school, but they have also said they could not authenticate his certificate under oath because they could not tell where he found it. Mr. Tinubu allegedly agreed that the document should not be released to Mr. Atiku because they would not be tenable before the Nigerian Supreme Court, where Atiku now intends to fight them as part of his appeal against a tribunal verdict that certified Mr. Tinubu's election on September 6. Mr. Atiku submitted his appeal to the Supreme Court on September 19. The same day, Judge Gilbert ordered the Chicago State University to release Mr. Tinubu's records within 2 days. But at the 48 hours deadline loomed on Thursday afternoon, Mr. TINUBU, boom, suddenly approached Ms. Maldonado seeking a delay and suddenly elevating the desperate situation of the matter to include potential damage to Mr. Tinubu's life. Severe and irreparable harm will be done to Bola Tinubu if the records are released. And Mr. Tinubu's lawyers agreed. Mr. Tinubu's lawyer urged at an emergency appeal before Judge Nancy Maldonado of the United States District Court for the Northern District of Illinois in Chicago. If the records were released, harm will be done and cannot be taken back to the bottle. Mr. Tinubu's lawyers added during the court hearing that began at 3 p.m. via telephone conference and lasted about 40 minutes. Okay, what Nigerians are now wondering, is it because of this that made the First Lady, to actually make this statement? Does it mean that President Bola Tinubu's position now is at stake? Is there something that they will still want Nigerians to know that we are not aware of? Because with this statement, that means something is going on. Who are those that want your husband's, downfall? And who are those that God will disgrace? See, I always say this. If you do things in the right way, you hardly have issues. It's just like when you are climbing a ladder, you decide to leave the first step, the second step, and you want to, you put your leg, on the third ladder, you are going to fall down. By then, you are still going to come back again and start all over. That is how life is. There are things, the principles of life is just there. Now, we human beings, they try to be faster than our shadow, you understand? All these things are just there. And when you go against these principles, you are going to stagger. You understand? You will stagger to get your feet back. His law of nature is there. Always do things at the right way. You won't have problem at all. Even if it's going to take you time at the beginning, but just diligently, do things at the right way, the way things supposed to be done. Well, my people, make I leave una for here. Wait una feel say she dey try to talk. Is there fire on the mountain right now in the Aso Rock? Let's hear from you. Kindly share your thoughts below the comment section.